But over the last 15 years or so, something has been quietly rewiring us. And it isn't partisan, it's physiological. It's your nervous system under siege. The polyvagal lens.
Welcome to Reforged, a podcast by the Authentic Masculinity Project, a place where we have raw conversation about modern masculinity, capacity, complexity, integration, and authenticity.
You've probably heard the phrase deer in headlights. That's how a European diplomat recently described the American public. Frozen, wide eyes, nervous system locked. That landed a bit like a punch in my gut because it rang true. Once Americans prided themselves on honor, dignity, kindness, and the benefit of the doubt. We used to call those boundaries. We knew where self ended and manipulation began. But over the last 15 years or so, something has been quietly rewiring us. And it isn't partisan, it's physiological. It's your nervous system under siege. The polyvagal lens. I want to show you this polyvagal chart. Give me 1 second. Okay. Look at this polyvagal chart. Green, yellow, red. In the green zone, our parasympathetic system hums. This is our flow state. Like curiosity lives here. Openness lives here. Compassion and capacity for complexity live here. Now move up to the yellow, sympathetic activation, fight or flight. Look at some of these words that are here. Rage, anger, irritation, frustration, panic, anxiety, worry. The body perceives danger and mobilizes, reacts. Now let's slide further up into the red, extreme parasympathetic shutdown. Look at these words: disassociation, numbness, depression, helplessness, hopelessness. The body, the neural system perceives there is no escape and it conserves energy. Now ask yourself, which zone describes the population of the United States right now? Which zone describes you? So there's an acronym known as FATE, F-A-T-E, and it's kind of an old code that's running the new world. And our ancestors lived by a different rhythm. Their attention, for example, snap of a twig in the brush, a predator. Not a push notification, right? They deferred to chiefs, tribal leaders. Authority kept you alive. Tribe meant survival. Exiled or being ostracized meant death often. And emotion, potent mix of dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, norepinephrine kept you bonded to the group that fed and protected you. Survival. The ancient 4-part operating system is still inside of us. FATE. F-A-T-E, focus, authority, tribe, emotion. Modern social media is a billion-dollar machine built to trigger fate on autopilot. It's an ancient neural system hack. Every scroll, every like, every outrage clip mimics the ancestral novelty or the leader or the tribe or the emotion. It's an algorithmic saber-toothed tiger. And your nervous system takes the bait almost every time. The dopamine crash. 50 years ago, your daily stimulus diet was a firecracker. Today, comparatively, it's like a nuclear bomb. So, fun study, they removed the dopamine from, I think, rats or mice and watched them starve inches from the food. Because without dopamine, they had no drive to reach for survival itself, even though all their motor functions were still operating. That's us, swimming in cheap hits of novelty and outrage. Our natural motivation tanked. With our dopamine hijacked, our politics co-opted, our nervous systems dysregulated, we circle the wagons around the best shot takers instead of the best problem solvers. We call it democracy, but our brains are playing a much older game, tribal survival. From curiosity to combat. When fate hijacks you, you move out of curiosity out of open-mindedness, out of compassion, your capacity for complexity collapses. Nuance is no longer a part of your rational ability to examine reality. Science shows that in fight or flight, you literally don't see all the options. Your world narrows to attack or escape. This is why your neighbor seems crazy now. This is why your family feels unreachable. It isn't that they're bad people, it's that their nervous systems are in survival mode, and so is yours. Boundaries and down regulation, self regulation. In relationship coaching, when conversations turn volatile, the first move isn't debate, it's boundaries. It's learning how to measure your state of being so that you can monitor it and you can get yourself back down to the green before you engage in really responsible conversation. Each person takes responsibility for self regulating, down regulating back into flow, the green area, a place where it takes minimal to no effort for us to be us. We're not using all of our energy for these other areas, these other dysregulated states, because only in flow can we create the solutions that require open-mindedness and curiosity instead of weapons. Now, that's how the body works, but a nation is no different. Prolonged dysregulation breaks bodies. It also breaks relationships, and it can break countries also. Look around. Most of America today is in the yellow. The rest is disengaged in the red. In fact, most might actually be in the red. Where is our Congressional Committee for Collective Nervous System Health? Where is our Department of everybody please calm the fuck down? Pulling back the curtain. I'm not here to argue one side or the other. I'm here to pull back the curtain on the design mechanisms running the show. Look at this chart. Name them and you weaken them. Stay unconscious and they own you. They control you because you react according to them. At this point, statistically, provably, our technology is turning us into polarized, algorithm-trained avatars. And individuals whose nervous systems have been hijacked beyond conscious control, fate becomes a survival loop. We become deer in headlights, every one of us, or wolves in a pack, in a survival pack. That's different than what a pack does in a place of thrive. So this really is your move. If you're still reading, congratulations. You're holding enough green to stay curious. That's your leverage. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. Like if you can downregulate and enter the conversation and not be using the four horsemen of the apocalypse, contempt, criticism, defensiveness, and stonewalling, which are all variations of what we're looking here at the chart. A person, let alone a nation, that prioritizes its state of being creates the conditions for solutions, not just survival. Your nervous system is not a partisan issue. It's your birthright, and reclaiming it may be the most patriotic act you can perform. We can't outrage the algorithm, but we can step out of the trance. We can practice boundaries. Boundaries are how we love each other. Dignity, kindness, benefit of the doubt. We can choose the green zone on purpose, and we can take the calmest of us that are good at solutions and put those individuals in the room to come up with individual solutions for the individual issues. Because anything that's not discussed will never be addressed. We don't want to kill debate. We do want to kill propaganda that engages fate. That's how you unmask the man behind the curtain. That's how you hack the hack. And that's how you wake the fuck up.
Thank you for listening to Reforged. Remember to like and subscribe for more.